Hi, my name is Desiree and I am the AM co-op here at Auburn Optical. And for my project, I did how World War I revolutionized medicine. So there was a lot of challenges placed on the medical corps during World War I. Some of the main challenges was getting these soldiers off the front lines and to a medical facility. For starters, they didn't have any mobilized transportation, and it was just people carrying soldiers away on stretchers, which made it very, very difficult, especially when they're in the line of fire. Another major challenge is a lot of these facilities were very, very far away, oftentimes up to 20 kilometers away, and a lot of these medical facilities saw about 200 soldiers a day, which made it very, very difficult to treat patients. Another major issue was the lifestyle that they lived. Down in the trenches on the front lines of war, it was not the most sanitary place to be, and oftentimes, as soon as wounds came about, they got infected very, very easily, which made it just that much harder to treat. Now, let alone on the front lines, diseases also made it very, very hard. Disease killed almost as many soldiers as the war did. For example, the Spanish flu took almost as many soldiers as the actual fighting did. So, this required a lot of change. For starters, there was a lot of new things that came out of World War I that helped push medicine forward. Some of the major things is new technology that came about and new findings. So for example, a lot of doctors learned that maggots could actually be used to eat off dead skin, and later this was replaced by the use of penicillin, but they did not have that back then. And there was also a big change in mobilizing equipment. So for example, they created mobile ambulances and things such as mobile x-rays to help get soldiers where they need to be and get them the equipment that they need. Another great thing that came about was the use of the splint. So before the splint came about 80% of soldiers with a broken femur died because they just didn't have the resources to equip with helping them survive, but luckily the splint came about and helped them out with that. Another great technology with pushing forward was plastic surgery. Oftentimes when soldiers came back from war, they were often mangled and just couldn't live daily lives because of their appearance. So plastic surgery definitely took a great leap forward when it came to the time during World War I. Probably the biggest revolutionary medicine that came about was the hospital system. Now, before World War I, oftentimes you just had small local hospitals, and this wasn't really all that great, especially when it came to specialization. If you needed a specialist, well, they just didn't really exist. Now, after World War I, there became a lot better organized hospitals and a lot better chain. So we see a lot more bigger hospitals coming about with a lot more specialization, which can help instead of just having one small local hospital.